Welcome to episode 1 of A Day in a Life with the Kitchen Gardens. I'm Jessica, mom of 5, former nurse, full-time homesteader now, and professional chaos coordinator. I traded hospital shifts for homemade sourdough, raising chickens, and teaching my kids how to live a more self-sufficient, intentional life. This series is all about what it really looks like to run a homestead, raise a big family, run an online business, and attempt to keep my sanity intact. Spoiler, the sourdough helps. So grab a cup of coffee or 3. Let's dive into the beautifully messy reality of homesteading life. I don't even attempt to get video before about 9 o'clock in the morning because I'm running kids everywhere. I have 3 different schools to take my kids to. So this video starts at about 9 o'clock in the morning. I've already eaten some sourdough discard pancakes that I had pre-prepared the batter and then just made pancakes for this morning for my kids. And then I made myself some creamer. Now I'm putting on my makeup and I love this brand, Araza. It's an all-natural brand of makeup, completely non-toxic, extremely moisturizing, and I use 3 products for my entire face. I am in complete love with this brand. You can find a link in my description. One product I have yet to find is a really good mascara that's non-toxic. So if you have a thing that works well, please let me know. Everything I've tried is actually terrible. It leaves smudges all day long and does not stay on. So, okay, I'm not a coffee drinker, but this drink is amazing. It's roasted cacao bean and it's called Creole Brew. Find a link in the description. This is what I made the creamer for. And then this is my absolute favorite non-toxic brand for beauty products. This is deodorant that's non-toxic, Papa Bear Naturals, and it's all tallow products. This is a balm that's lavender. So here I am back in my kitchen and I'm getting the sourdough baked. I've already baked 1 loaf and I'm on to my 2nd loaf. I love this strategy for baking loaves. So I take my banneton and my bread that I put in the fridge the night before, and I put it down on a board with some flour, and then I form it slightly and put it into 1 tin. I score it twice and put flour on top. Then I take another tin and create my own nifty little Dutch oven with tins rather than a Dutch oven. I love this method to make sandwich bread. It turns out perfect. The quality of the crumb is delicious. The quality of the crust is delicious. It's super crispy. It's just so simple. The cleanup is so much easier than a Dutch oven. And I love sandwich bread because it's so easy to toast in the morning. I love it. Now here I am getting prepared for some Zoom calls with some clients. I spent about an hour and a half on some Zoom calls. And then I'm into the kitchen and it's already noon, so I'm gonna make some bread for my son, who's my little sidekick. He's just been playing around in the kitchen and living room the entire morning. And I am creating a beautiful little sandwich for him. He loves sandwiches with my sourdough. So here he is involved in the process. He loves to bake with me in the kitchen. And we have a little quality time getting his lunch ready for him.
Oh.
Not that too. Okay, you ready?
I'll eat it. Watch you.
Okay, so he pretty much undid my sandwich 3 times before I actually got it made. But in the end, we got it made, so we can call it a success. I am super blessed to get meat from the best source in the entire world. My aunt raises cows on her land, on her homestead in the mountains of Utah. They'll butcher a cow for our family and we get to split all the meat up. So my freezer is full of grass-fed meat from my family property, and it's such a blessing to have that. Okay, basically what I do for the pot roast is I add the meat, which are both chuck roasts, And then I'm going to add whole carrots cut into 2 or 3 pieces, as well as chopped up onion, not completely chopped up, just into strips. And then I will peel and cut my potatoes into half and add those to my pan as well. I add everything to a roasting pan. I also add tons of herbs on top from my garden that I dry on my shelf. And I absolutely love this process because the herbs are so much better than the store-bought. They are so fragrant. They taste so much stronger than what you can buy in the grocery store, and such better quality than what you can get from the grocery store. I have about 10 herbs that I grow in my own garden, and I'm consistently growing them, drying them, and crushing them to put into my jars that are on my shelves. Now I've finished. I put some red wine there onto my roast, and then I also add a little bit of beef stock and lots of pepper. I even like to have some red pepper that's a little bit spicy. So that is what I do for my roast. Then I stick it into a 375-degree oven for about 6 to 8 hours, sometimes about 7, and it really works out great. It's delicious. It's a little cooler day here in Southern California, so I'm gonna start our fire, which we enjoy having every single day. It adds so much to our quality of life. We love our wood-burning fireplace. Now we're heading to the garden to gather some lettuce for a fresh salad for lunch, for my lunch. We first take off the cover. I have to cover my veggies in this bed, otherwise the rabbits will just demolish this bed at night. This cover has worked wonders and has prevented anything from getting destroyed or eaten, which has been such a blessing. I am coming up with a better way to keep rodents out, as well as squirrels and rabbits. It's been such a challenge on our property because we have so much open space around us. Right now I'm gathering some red leaf romaine lettuce, which is so delicious. I'm also cutting romaine, spinach, dandelions, another red leaf type lettuce, some kale. I'm even going to gather some nasturtium flowers, which are one of my favorite little additions to a salad. Nasturtium flowers are edible and they have a bit of a peppery kick to add to your salads. I've also added some arugula, which is my absolute favorite green. Now it's time to go in and make my salad. I added gorgonzola and almonds and blueberries to this salad, and then I drizzled it with olive oil and balsamic. Luckily, my son was happily engaged outside so I could sit by the fire and enjoy my lunch. Stay tuned for the episode 2 of A Day in a Life from the Kitchen Gardens afternoon edition.